I wonder who's here. The sign says Lum Mort. This valley has been called the Dead Man on regional maps for centuries. Some authors have attempted to link it to the Wren Enigma because one of the parchment ciphers contains the phrase, "He is there, dead." I remember something about those parchments from the museum, but I don't see how it could relate to the case. Mosley? What the hell is he doing out here?
Oh, hi, Gabe.
It's Gabriel, you flatfoot. What are you doing here?
Me? Oh, just looking around.
I thought you said you were busy this afternoon.
I am busy. I'm busy looking around. And if I'd wanted my mother along, I would have invited her, Knight.
Okay, all right. Forget I mentioned it. I could swear he's up to something. I just don't know what. So, why are you looking around here?
I saw the sign and it looked interesting, okay? The Dead Man. Now, doesn't that sound like something I'd find interesting?
How do you know Lum Mort meant the dead man? Your French is worse than mine.
I saw it in a guidebook. Look, why don't you go catch some kidnappers, will you?
I'm gone. I saw your moped in the parking lot. Nice back.
You know, go to hell. Somebody in the group screwed up, or the moped guy screwed up, I don't know. Anyway, he had me checked off his list. Can you believe it? I was lucky to get anything. I'm gonna have a word with Madeline about it.
Oh, you should. Really. You shouldn't have to put up with that.
Tell me about it. So, what are you driving?
Oh, one of the bigger bikes. It's a little rough.
Yeah, goddamn small towns.
I could swear he's up to something. I just don't know what. ASD 257K. Got it. FED039A is Wilkes's moped. Wonder what Emilio's doing here.
Good afternoon, Mr. Knight.
Back at ya. You look comfortable.
Yes, I'm enjoying the sun immensely, thank you.
I don't want to bug him. Well, well. Looks like those two are having a conflict of interest. Very curious. HLK 841J. That's Emilio's back. I still don't know what the hell it does. So, is there something special about this place?
Rock Negra. It's just a local landmark. It means black rock.
I kind of figured out that part.
There's a white rock around here, too.
Are the names supposed to mean something?
Yeah, they mean black and white. Now stop bothering me. Go find Madeline if you want a bleeding tour.
Having better luck with sandworms here?
Go to hell, Knight. When I find that treasure, you're going to be laughing out of the other side of your face.
If you find the treasure, I'll laugh out of any orifice you desire.
I'll remember that.
I don't have anything else to say to him. I still don't know what the hell it does. That's one heck of a big black rock.
Oh, but you are too modest, Monsieur l'Abbé. You have been studying the area for years, have you not?
My dear, I'm a man of very simple interests.
That may be, but Rennes-le-Château is one of them. You have stepped into his shoes, monsieur. You must sense a little, perhaps, of Sonia's secrets.
Don't I wish, pretty child? Don't I wish?
Tell me, have you been plagued with many treasure seekers lately? In the valley, perhaps? You would notice such a thing. A keen man like you.
Ah, yes. There are things afoot, mademoiselle.
How you make my heart beat. You have perhaps seen diggers? In some particular location?
There are always diggers, but those who desire true illumination must look deeper than the soil.
Oh, I agree. But you are being coy with me. I wish to know how many come seeking and how they impress you. Will you not tell me?
My dear, I will tell you anything you like, but perhaps we would be more comfortable in my little house. Come.
Yikes. Maybe I should learn something about the treasure. Kind of big for a garden ornament. No, really. There's nothing down there but water. That must be Chester's car.
Hello. May I help you?
I hope so. The name is Knight. Gabriel Knight. The Abbé at Rennes-le-Château recommended you as a Templar scholar.
Did he now?
Yep. He said, go talk to Larry Chester about the Templars. And then he said, and let me know what you think.
Well, in that case, you'd better come in. Can I get you some tea?
No, thank you.
Now then, what can I do for you, Mr. Knight?
Madame Girard mentioned that the Holy Grail is sometimes linked to the Templars.
It is, yes. In many of the early Grail legends, the knights were described as Templars, wearing the white mantle with a red cross.
She said something about them actually finding the Grail in the Holy Land. Do you think that's possible?
Yes, I do.
So you think the Templars found the Holy Grail in Jerusalem and brought it back here?
Let me put it this way. When the Templars were founded in 1118, there were 9 knights. Their stated purpose was to protect pilgrims on the road. But for years they did nothing of the sort. They were given quarters in the Temple of Solomon by King Bedouin himself. There they stayed, and there they excavated for 9 years. Then, in 1128, they changed completely. They returned to Europe and began recruiting. Their wealth and power grew on an unprecedented curve.
So you do think they found the Grail?
I think you're taking the legend of the Grail a little too literally. As with many things of the Middle Ages, it was often wiser and safer to speak in allegory.
What's the Holy Grail an allegory of?
I have a feeling that will come to light sometime in the next decade.
The Abbé mentioned that you're working on a book.
Yes, I'm a historian.
And you're writing about the Templars?
Oh, exactly. This area is rich in Templar history. That's why I thought I'd come here to write. It's a kind of sabbatical, really.
A sabbatical from what?
I teach at a prep school in Manchester.
Is there any reason to think the Templars left something here, specifically?
It's not unknown that the Templars were digging in the region. They claimed they were mining the old Roman gold veins, but they hired only German workers who couldn't communicate with the locals. Naturally, that led to some speculation.
I read in the museum that several of the Templar founders and a Grand Master were from this region.
That's true. They also had several bases here and owned a great deal of land. The Chateau de Serres, for example, was built on top of an old Templar fortress.
Why were the Templars accused of heresy?
There are many theories, but most scholars agree that King Philip was jealous of their authority. He wanted to confiscate their land and their reputed treasure. Unfortunately, the Templars themselves helped him make his case. They boasted of the secrets they'd learned in the Holy Land.
Secrets?
Mystical secrets from Kabbalists and Arabic astronomers. Of course, to Christendom this was nothing but witchcraft. Those who confessed were released. Those who did not were burnt at the stake, including the last Grand Master, Jacques Molay.
And they dissolved completely after that?
The Knights Templar were no more, yes.
The Templars had a lot of wealth, right? Gold, money, land.
Absolutely.
And that's one possibility for the alleged local treasure? The Templar stash?
Yes, but
You don't think so?
they had warning before their arrest. Perhaps some chose to believe that the church would ultimately protect them, but they had enough sense to move the treasure.
To where?
There are various locations. Ireland and Scotland have a great deal of Templar history, for example.
If the Templars smuggled out their treasure, wouldn't that sort of blow the Grail theory?
Perhaps there were some things that were too large or too, shall we say, localized to take with them. No, they left something behind in the Languedoc. You can be sure of that, Mr. Knight.
I don't have anything else to say to him. I can't make it out from here, and he'd probably get upset if I took it with me. Yep, he's a writer, all right. Only writers have this many books. Yep, he's a writer, all right. Only writers have this many books. I prefer an old manual myself. That painting's about as colorful as Larry himself. I think he'd mind. Boy, can you imagine the exciting stuff in this guy's files? The guy's into maps. Yep, he's a writer, all right. Only writers have this many books. It's a clock, an alarm clock. Boy, can you imagine the exciting stuff in this guy's files?
Thanks for the info, Mr. Chester.
You're most welcome. What is your interest in the Templars, if you don't mind my asking?
No, I don't mind. Thanks again.